Hi, well, welcome to the Old Geezer's Diary. My name's Chris Gosling, and this is a fresh start at a bit of live video content so that we can hopefully, or I can hopefully, get you involved with saying a bit more about what you feel. Now, what I'm talking about today is this. It's coming up in a moment, but I'll put a graphic up so you can see what we're talking about. Here we go. I'm going to just leave it up for a few seconds and then we'll come back to it. Good morning to you, young Kevin. So there you have it. Boris Johnson is actually to go on trial. Wow, because he told lies to people, and this is really an interesting and new turn up for the book as far as the UK's law is concerned, because what it means in reality is that for the first time ever, as far as I'm aware, a politician is being seriously, legally attacked for telling porcupines. Now that, I think, is a huge turn up for the book for our system of government, because I think the honest truth is that most politicians, good morning Kevin, most politicians have told us lies for most of recorded history. That's the truth, isn't it, when you think about it? We vote for the buggers and then they tell us precisely what they want us to believe without being interested really in what the truth is. The truth is something completely different, and we don't get to hear that at all. But what we do get to hear is the politicians' lies. And if we look at this one with Mr. Johnson, this is essentially about Boris saying that in the referendum he said loudly, and it was advertised hugely, including on their battle bus, that we were going to save an immediate £350 million a week, which we could then give to the NHS. Now that, in the absolute and most blunt terms, was a complete lie. And Johnson told the public that with a smile on his face, we're going to save 350, and it turned out to be completely untrue. And finally someone has actually got their act together and decided to take the bugger to court. Now I think that's possibly one of the best ideas that I've ever heard of. I just want to scan down the page a little bit. I don't know whether you can see it clearly on your page, but a judge, Margot Coleman, said in fact that she'd considered all the relevant factors. I am satisfied this is a proper case to issue the summons as requested for 3 offences of misconduct in a public office. Good morning to you, young Rose, hope you're well. So Boris Johnson is going to be required to attend court for a preliminary hearing, and the case will then be sent to a Crown Court for trial. And this isn't just a silly little instance really, this is a very serious court case, and the truth is that Mr. Johnson essentially has just been demonstrated to be a porcupine liar, and his standing for leadership of the Tory party. Are the Tories actually going to take on someone who's in court for telling lies while he's in the job? Are the Tories going to vote for him for leader? I sincerely hope not, otherwise they'll be guaranteeing themselves another major drubbing in the upcoming election. Now don't get me wrong chaps, I am not a big Tory fan, and I'm not either a big Labour fan. The truth is that I tend to vote one way or the other depending on who I think is telling me something that I want to hear and actually going to do something sensible about it. I've in the past voted both Tory and Labour and Liberal Democrat, as I did in the last European election, because I thought they might keep us in, because that's what I'd like to do. So exactly, Kevin, that's the truth. Keep them honest, because they can be taken to court. Now the man who did this was a 29-year-old guy called Marcus Ball, who decided to raise more than £200,000 through a crowdfunding site to actually take the bugger to court. And I think that's fantastic. There you go. And I think that's absolutely brilliant. It's really good because for a huge change, it does mean that politicians for the first time are accountable. They've always been said to be accountable through things like elections, general elections, by-elections, etc. They are called to account once every 4 years, but they've never been called to account in real terms for the lies, untruth and crap they've come out with. So I really think this is a fascinating story, and I really hope that something comes out of this to make politicians become more honest. Now, I was going to do a bit today about another aspect of government and whether this form of government is the right form of government in the modern society. I don't know if I've got the bottle to do that today because I'm too wound up about this particular instance. I do feel that it's a huge step forward, actually, for our civilization, that we can actually get a politician hung up in front of us, or hung out to dry, however you like to term it. We can get a politician hung up in front of us because he's told us lies, and I am so pleased to see this kind of thing happening. The more we can actually bring politicians into the real world, i.e. you can't just say what you like and get away with it, the better. That's my opinion. Now, let me tell you something. We've been online now for a couple of minutes. I don't know how long we are. Good God. But one way or another, just got Dot giggling at loose women in the other room. One way or another, I think this marks a bit of a turn, a bit of a watershed, if you like, in politics in the UK. Hopefully, this kind of thing will now continue. Politicians will not get away with telling as many lies as they have done previously and probably continue to do. The less lies we get, the more truth we get, the more we can form proper opinions. My name's Chris Gosling. This is the Old Geezer's Diary, and let's just put this picture up. I'll see you soon.